Hey there, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan here. Here we're looking at a 1995 Toyota Supra. This is the twin turbo, 6-speed manual one, the RZ. So it's a 3-liter twin turbo, 2JZ engine. It's the engine that literally everybody in the world wishes that they had in their car, but can't have it unless you got a Supra or an Aristo actually. They came with the same twin turbo version of it, but no 6-speed manual. That's only in the Supra. These are an incredibly popular car, and we get a lot of inquiries about them. This one we bought from auction here in Japan. We're going to be exporting it over to the USA. This is a post-purchase inspection video, and while I can't say the price of this, we're currently quoting people about $3 million to $5 million for a regular Supra. And this one is a pretty high mileage one, but the condition is pretty good. It needs some cleaning up, and this is really the recommended way to buy one of these in my mind. When you go, this one has 250,000 kilometers on it, which is generally quite high for Japan. If you're going for like 100,000 or below, you're spending tens of thousands more for your cars. Okay, now full cost of importing this is going to depend on your country. And so if you're interested, you can send us an email. There's a link to our website in the description. Enough advertising though, this is a post-purchase inspection video, and I shall inspect the car. Engine running condition. It looks like it's fine. It doesn't have any issues. Okay, now it is a 250,000 kilometer engine. It's over 25-year-old car. It's not going to be in perfect condition. I recommend people to have experience with 25-year-old cars if they're going to be buying 25-year-old cars, which is a bit of a catch-22, to be honest. Just don't assume it's going to be not requiring any servicing. That said, this one looks good. Coolant, it looks good. Oil looks good. All of that great. Timing belt has been changed at 244,000 kilometers in 2017, April 12th. So that's good to know. I believe these are non-interference engines if they snap, so that's extra good. But you still don't want your timing belt to snap because it'll leave you stranded. I love the Supra logo on the side. This might be an exclusive decal for Japan, but it looks like it's an original item. Very cool. Anyways, I'm going to shut the engine off and we'll go over the auction inspection sheet, which is the information given to us by the auction at the time of deciding which cars to bid on. Oh, and this piece, you know, I usually don't like roof spoilers that much. I think this one's actually quite effective when matched up with the hoop spoiler, and it's a cool OEM Supra piece that nobody else has. I wonder if they had those for the USA, if it was a Japan exclusive. Anyways, shut this off. Oh, and warning lamp on there. It's a little bit weird. Hopefully it's not anything bad. It doesn't seem like it is. And see how the mileage there is off to the side? So if you are to replace this, your odometer doesn't get reset. That's huge, because GTRs, seems like more than half of them have had their mileage reset because of that. This only goes up to 180 kilometers an hour. And it doesn't take long for this car to hit that speed, but I guess at the time, Japanese cars all had to have 180 kilometer an hour max on their speedometers. And so that's why it's so common for people to change to like 300 or 320. Okay, auction inspection sheet, and I'll translate this from Japanese into English as quickly as I can because I want to get to the goodies of the actual report. But it's a 95 Supra RZ. The RZ comes with the big brakes, but it's optional to put those to the small brakes. I think. I know the RZS has optional big brakes. This one comes with the small brakes. Either it has been changed over to the small brakes, sold the big brakes for some reason, or it was original with the small brakes. What I would do is check the VIN number, which is on this sheet, and see what it actually had as the original. I feel like it's a bit disappointing to not get the big brakes. I just found out that. That's interesting. But I don't know. The big brakes, if you really want big brakes, the original big brakes in the Supra aren't big brakey enough for the car, and going to bigger brakes would be the recommended option, even if you had the big brakes. Okay, so 249, 339 kilometers on here. It's an original white, hasn't been color changed. Purchased from user, it's a one-owner vehicle. And a one owner with high mileage typically means that they knew that they were going to own it for a while. They put high mileage on it, and they took care of their car. It's not always, but that seems to be a pattern. Aftermarket 17-inch wheels. They're Very much of the era of Volk racing wheels. 6-speed manual, rear spoiler. Okay. And it says current registration on the car. You probably noticed the plates. That's until 2020, June 29th. So that means the last time it passed the safety inspection here in Japan was June 29th of this year. And so that's good. It has history paper from 1996, 1997, 2000, 2001, 2006, 2007, 2009, 2012, 2014, 2016, and it's the first time that the car has ever been at auction. Of course, if it is a one-owner vehicle, that'd be true. The auction report here says shift knob torn, and yes, it absolutely needs to be replaced. Steering wheel wear, it looks like it's okay, and I think it has been replaced to the later Model 1, but I don't know which year the changeover was to the small airbag ones. Seat dirty, dashboard comes up, it's less than I expected it to be. Wheels scratched and corrosion on them. Now, aluminum corrosion comes in the form of like these little squigglies, like that. So there's some of that, and they are a real multi-piece wheel, but they are only a 17. And while people in 1993 to 1997 might have put 17s on their Supras, really 18s are a wheel that nowadays would look more suitable. They kind of look small there. Oh, and suspension looks like it's sagging down a bit. While I'm here, I can show you. It's the original Bilstein Toyota suspension. I'm going to show you my shoes instead of 10-year-old girl that just walked by. Yeah, original Toyota Bilstein suspension. I got a picture of that so you can see if you are the owner of this. Okay, what else do we have here? Underside has some surface rust. It looks good to me. Usually surface rust is not something to worry about. Rarely when it says surface rust, there will be some areas that are concerning. This one, nothing that I could see looked bad. Various scratches and dents on there. And then the body on here, have a close look. Minor scratches on the front bumper. Windshield rock chip, nothing to worry about. Paint cracks on the rear bumper and on both sides skirts. That's something that's going to need to be addressed. Besides that, you're pretty close to a perfect body, which is really good. And this is why, if you can find a good condition, low mileage one, or high mileage one, you can get a good deal on it. And then you can be proud of your mileage too. Like, I own a car with 335,000 kilometers on it, and it's awesome. And then you don't have to worry about putting any extra mileage on it. Oh, am I going to decrease the value by driving it? If this had 60,000 kilometers, then yes, you would. You could devalue it by thousands. Well, kind of yes and no. I don't know. I'm thinking about this now that I said it. And the value of these is going up every year. And nobody knows exactly what's going to happen with them. But if you had a 60,000 kilometer car and you drove it 5,000 kilometers in that year, you would think that that would devalue it. But the value, I think, is going to go up more than the devaluation of those 5,000 kilometers. But if you kept it at, I don't know, that's a sunk cost. If you kept it at 65,000 kilometers, it would be worth even more. Okay, the lip spoiler down there. Now, some of these came with an auto spoiler that you push a button and it goes, and it looks like the exact same unit for that. However, this one is not the auto spoiler. It's missing the button on the interior, and it's just hard mounted under there. I stuck as much of my head under the car as I could. So it is not that, and it's dented, and the stickers are peeling. So if it were my car, I'd take it off. It doesn't seem like it's the original part for this, and it doesn't even really fit in there properly the way that it's bolted in. Okay, gold badges. Don't know if it's original or has been changed. I don't know if you could ever get these with gold badges. Headlights are relatively clear. Faded headlights are a thing on the Japanese ones because they're plastic here, glass in the USA, up until the final model run like 99 or something. This is a Japanese illumination plate. It actually has, let me see if I can show you. It has lights on the underside to illuminate it. It looks really cool. Oh, power steering pump makes a little bit of a sound. But there's the headlights there. And there's the illuminated plate. And so this here is the area that it's registered to. This is the class of registration. This is the number. And then you get a different code of this for each number. And there are like 70 different ones of these. And then you could have the same 1524 with a different, what they call hiragana there. And since everyone likes the taillights of these, I'm going to show you the back. Cool. And stock exhaust. That's a WTF for a car like this. Okay, so the auction inspection missed that warning light, or the warning light is a come and go style warning light. So that's a bit bad. There's also some corrosion on the back hatch, and I'll show you as soon as I'm done doing the once around here, and I'll show any of the damages. And I realize we're at 10 minutes, but it's the Supra, and I'm excited. And so maybe that's why it's taking so long. Yeah, and we don't sell too many of these. A lot of people want them. Not a lot of people want to pay as much as they cost. This is despite the fact that they're going up in value. And so if you are thinking about a Supra, take out a second mortgage on your house and buy one now, because it's going to be worth more in the future. And that's only semi-tongue-in-cheek. While I'm not telling you financial advice, these are kind of investment grade cars at the moment. All right, did I do the once around twice? My gosh. Okay, wheels, they have 10 millimeter spacers, and they still kind of stick in a bit. Decals, they appear to be in pretty good condition. Now the front bumper, it's mostly good. Side skirts are mostly bad. Have a look. There's really fine paint cracks basically all over it, like flex cracks. A repair section there, more flex cracks, it's pretty bad. This is a functional rear brake cooling section. Okay, the Supra logos, you can see some minor cracking in it. If it were my car, I would probably remake these decals because they are so unique and cool. And you could have a shop remake them. In fact, I could remake those. Okay, this back spat is coming off a bit. You can see at the top. And the one on the other side, I think, is damaged. Okay. Corolla Miyagi. That's where they bought it from. Okay. So, damage on the spat there. And damage on this one. Okay. The decal on this side appears to be in fine condition. Okay, I'm going to show you this again because that's cool. Hoop spoiler. Some areas of the paint look a little bit not glossy, like this back section here. So like a diamond coat or ceramic coat could do wonders. Also, license plate surround section is a little bit different on the JDM ones, I believe. Okay, corrosion. Not mentioned on the auction inspection sheet. I hate it when this happens, and it doesn't happen that often, but the older the car is, the higher the mileage the car is, the more damaged the car is, the higher chance of something like this happening on it. And it really is a shame. But unfortunately, on a 25-year-old vehicle, the terms of service of the auction is something like that can't be claimed. I don't think the auction is doing it on purpose. I don't think there's any shady business there. I just think they go through so many different cars so often, and things like this can just get missed. Okay. Open up the door. Door cards are good. I feel like Supra interiors don't hold together very well. This one appears to be pretty good, especially for the mileage, but it's very dirty. Passenger seat is fine. Rear seats are fine. They tend to crack on these rear seats really badly. This one doesn't have that issue. Very good. Yeah, really dirty. Like, take the seats out and deep clean everything kind of dirty. The dashboards tend to warp really badly. This one is much better than your average one. Much, much better. And that's good because, like, corrosion can be repaired in the US. A JDM dashboard can't be had in the US. Okay. Look, driver-centric. You know what I want? I want this car and that GT4 together as my two cars. And then more cars and more cars. Seat is saggy and is noticeable when you sit in it. See, this section has collapsed, and I've never liked these seats. I think they're one of the worst parts about an otherwise excellent car. Okay, floor mats are dirty. Toll collection box there that has fallen off of the original mounting position. Okay, steering wheel it's not bad. They said steering wheel wear, and these steering wheels can tend to get really bad. Like, see this section here where it's like discolored? They get like that all over the steering wheel, and it's terrible, and you can feel it. This one, pretty good, especially for a high mileage one. Oh, and I think this has been replaced. I think these started in 96. That's bad. That's bad. But this section here has fewer scratches than your average Supra. You can see some here. Can you? Okay, lots of cigarettes were smoked. Well, maybe he quit smoking. There's no recent cigarette ash in there. And it doesn't smell like cigarettes in here. So good on this one owner for quitting smoking. And it's gotta be weird to drive the same car for 25 years. Wow. Okay, so a little bit of something stickied onto the dashboard there. There's something aftermarket-y there, and here. Okay. Headliners on these aren't made out of like a fabric material. It's made out of like a vinyl or fake vinyl. Fake vinyl? Yeah. They're made out of vinyl, and so a cigarette doesn't absorb into them and turn it brown. So that's handy. Okay. All right, I don't think that there's anything else to mention. We are done this report on the car. So, hope you enjoyed that. Of course, if you have any questions, let me know. But thank you for watching, and have a nice day.